All right, Scorpios. Let's see what kind of week you're gonna have, Scorpio. All right, Scorpios. Let's get it. Let's see what's in your cards for this week coming up. Scorpio. Actually, Tuesday the moon is gonna move into your sign on Tuesday. So that is detox. Right. That's right. You all are ruled by the Tower card. So um, right around Tuesday, before we're gonna get into your reading, but right around Tuesday, you all may, and I mean, like now, you may be kind of sort of reminiscing of since Venus is retrograde, like past loves, and just kind of around like new loves if you're thinking about romantic love life or self-love and things like that. So hopefully you're thinking about self-love and self-worth because Venus is retrograde and lessons learned in the past and all those things. Especially if you're kind of sort of in the mood for new love in your life and or new jobs and things like that. So if you're in the market for new jobs, new love, hopefully you've learned past lessons like new beginnings, those kind of things. So let's get into it, Scorpios. Let's get right into it. All right, let's go. Let's see what's in your cards. I've already prayed over your cards, and let's set the tone for your reading. Let's pull from the bottom of this. Okay. I love what I see when I look in the mirror. There you go. That's right. That's what it's all about. Loving what you see when you look in the mirror. And just doing the mirror work. Loving what you see when you look in the mirror. We all should, right? Loving what you see when you look in the mirror. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Let's get into it, Scorpios. Let's get into it. I've already prayed over your cards. Like I said before, the moment you watch this video will be in Libra, and then it's going to be in Libra until Tuesday. And I want to say Tuesday is what, the 18th? I believe. March 18th, I believe. Yeah, because we are in a waning gibbous moon, and then we're coming up on this last quarter moon because we're in eclipse season. So we had a full moon in Virgo, and then this next new moon on the 29th of March, I believe, is the new moon in April, and that's the same day as the solar eclipse. So, Four of Pentacles. All right. So, Four of Pentacles here. I see somebody learning how to be a little bit more conservative with their time while you are in hermit mode, and thinking about all the sacrifices that you made. You gained a lot more wisdom being in hermit mode. You've made a lot of sacrifices while you were in hermit mode. I feel like somebody's just very become a lot more reflective being in hermit mode. You've definitely gained a more unique perspective. I see you closing out cycles. I see you being able to defend your decision to move on from some things without coming across as defensive. Here we have the Two of Wands here. I feel like you're waiting on some results from something. Here we have the Nine of Wands. Something you're not returning back to. So it looks like, yeah, something you're not returning back to spiritually. So you're closing out a cycle. Okay, so somebody may be kind of sort of coming out a little bit. You may be coming out of your shell a little bit. Because I see somebody may be like coming. Okay, somebody may kind of be coming out of their shell a little bit. Because you've made a lot of sacrifices to kind of come out of your shell a little bit. So somebody may have been in hermit mode for a while. And we got the Four of Pentacles here. And you've learned how to be a little bit more conservative with your time, and so you're definitely not going back to being around things that don't produce a whole lot of growth for you. So it looks like you're a lot more clear about certain things. Yeah, just a little bit more clear about who you are. Just kind of sort of what you want, who you are. You know how like sometimes you think about, like, let me see something here. like the direction that you're headed in. Here we have the Five of Wands. Yeah. Because somebody looks like they may have been baited. You and somebody may have felt like y'all were baited into some things in the past. Yeah. So it looks like somebody may be coming your way. Somebody may be coming to you. So you and somebody may have been baited into some things in the past. By an organization. Yeah, you and somebody were baited into something in the past. So you may have been baited out of your shell. Like somebody may have been baited you to come out of your shell a little bit. In the past, like somebody may have like made you to come out of your shell in the past. I don't know what maybe to talk about something. Let me see what the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, some people may have somebody may have gotten you and somebody to talk a little bit about money, or like how you all made your money or something like that, or like the sacrifices or whatever, like talked about money or something, in the past. King of Pentacles here. I feel like you've dealt with some energies who were like really greedy, and people who were like, there were definitely wolves in sheep's clothing. People may have been being real sneaky about their agenda and trying to find out like how you and somebody were making your money. That's what I'm looking at here. You know what I'm saying? Like their agenda was not. I feel like your psychic gifts may have figured out who was trying to figure out how you make your money. You know what I'm saying, Scorpio? Like you may have just like and I think because you know who you are. Like this right here, like you love what you see when you look in the mirror. And I think maybe spiritually is when we're talking about like religion, we're talking about like traditions, ethics. I feel like because you telling the truth, just kind of sort of just like that may have maybe shocked some people, like when people lie. Because I feel like when we talk about wands energy, somebody may have thought you were lying about maybe like how you make your money, because people were probably telling lies about how you make your money. That's what I'm saying. Like somebody was telling lies about how you and somebody made your money. Because I was trying to get to like where was this going in the reading here? Somebody was telling lies about how you and somebody were making money, almost like y'all were, like it was a front for something else. Like however you and somebody were making your money, y'all couldn't look yourselves in the mirror in for some way, shape, form, or fashion. But I feel like you and somebody were being honest about how you were making your money. And so this Hierophant is like the physical existence of how you and somebody were actually making your money. And so you being in the sacrifices that you made to make your money, right? And so you being in hermit mode, people were trying to figure out, okay, are you really making the money? Are you making money how you've been saying that you were making money? Because people were saying that you somebody said that you weren't making money the way you said you were making money, because somebody said you were making a lot of money, but you were a wolf in sheep's clothing, right? But you got to understand the nature of a wolf, right? So light wolf, dark wolf. Okay, let's back up. So January, we had a full wolf moon in Cancer, right? And so that was in January of 2025. So you have light wolf energy, dark wolf energy. So when you hear people say wolf in sheep's clothing, they're talking about dark wolf energy, right? And that would be like what people say wolf in sheep's clothing, like something is hidden. Light wolf energy is like the spirit wolf and energy, like enlightened, But wolf energy, the spirit wolf, is basically like what pack you run in, like what community you're in, right? And I did I had my like spirit animal oracle cards, the oracle deck, which I don't have out right now, but I talked about like around in January. I had the you'd have to go back and watch the January videos, but talking about like what religious group you're in or things like that. But because we're in the year 9 and people are the year 9 is like helping people to see things from a higher frequency, and people are like tossing the net out more about spirituality. It's not just about being so strict in terms of religion. More people are talking about tarot. They're talking about gemstones and crystals, and kind of sort of crossing over and learning more about different religious practices, and like more celebrating joining their friends at learning more about different disciplines. And like so um, people go to school with people who practice different, you know, had grew up different religious backgrounds, and people are inviting people more to, you know, it's not like it's so like something is a secret anymore, like maybe years ago. And so people are kind of crossing over and saying, oh, I want to learn more about what your beliefs are. But people are in this generation a little bit more open to understanding and learning. And you say you have social media, and people are opening up and saying, oh, okay, well, in your belief you all call it this, in our belief we call it this. But it's all love. It's not more of like um it's not with the harsh judgment of my belief is better than your belief. That may have been like an older way of thinking where it's just more rigid. But anyway, and even like with tarot, with just like numerology and astrology, like more of what was secret before is now being, what was concealed before is being more revealed now. But it's, this generation is like really connecting the dots using technology, and you're seeing a lot of things on social media. So whatever it was, there are a lot of there were some people who were assuming that how you were making your money was not being, there were lies about how you were making your money. Well, people were telling and saying that there was lies about how you don't like what you see when you look in the mirror. You can't look at yourself when you look in the mirror, and how you're making your money. I mean, just, but anyway, that was, you know, whatever. Familiar spirits. Familiar spirits. Yeah. Anyway, somebody took the time to, like I said, somebody was making some troubles. Somebody was very immature when it came to the energy of money, because they wanted a whole new lease on life, because they were immature when it came to the energy of money. They didn't know how to manage the money properly, and wanted a whole new lease on life, and decided they wanted to start something false. Didn't want to put the energy behind doing something, but they wanted a whole new lease on life and to create something, right? So here we have the Queen of Swords here. They wanted to create something false with someone who was you know, pretty cold, someone who was rigid, someone who was dishonest, someone who had no compassion, someone who was very cruel. And they wanted to be together. They wanted to be financially free. So it's like these energies. I guess it was, maybe it was like a husband-wife team or boyfriend-girlfriend team. Yeah, because they came in twos. They felt like they were stressed, they were burdened, they had too many responsibilities, they didn't want to ask for help, just decided they wanted to just take it upon themselves to just, you know, didn't care about how many responsibilities you had. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, they figured you had a whole new lease on life, and so they wanted a whole new lease on life too. But just doing something while you were in hermit mode, and so here you are working 8 hours a day. They wanted a whole new lease on life too. Um, and so, yeah, this energy just decided they wanted the same thing that you wanted. These two energies decided they wanted the same thing that you wanted. You were by yourself doing it, and these two energies decided that they wanted to just take something from you, but they wanted to do it in a very corrupt way, being very manipulative and cruel, thinking that you were weak or looking for your weaknesses. So let's see what else we got going on here. So what were they doing? What were they doing? These are karmics. These are karmics. Very immature when it comes to the energy of money, but I feel like, you know, with the lies and things that they were telling Scorpio with these energies, they got paid to do this. These energies, they got paid to do this. They got paid to sacrifice you. Yeah. They wanted to restrict you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They saw you as this entity that they could restrict in some way for money. Saying you didn't know who you were when you looked in the mirror. So they got paid to do this. Yeah, and they weren't going to do something legally. So you got two energies who are vain, vengeful, green with envy. Now how this ties in is Venus is retrograde. Venus is the planet that rules Taurus, and it rules Libra, right? So these were two of your enemies. These could have been hidden enemies of yours who decided to sacrifice you while you were in hermit mode, right? And they got paid to do it. So here you are, one person or two energies decided to do this. They saw an opportunity. They got paid to do something to you to restrict you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Eight of Swords could mean imprisonment. It could mean some kind of entrapment, somehow to restrict you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Like I said, for money, right? To become financially independent. So they got paid to do it, but you have big money coming across your path. So Source wants you to, like I said, something is complete. These energies are responsible for bullying. Like I said, something is complete. I see you meditating. I see you praying and meditating. Something increased your prayer life. Something increased your prayer life. These energies assassinated your character behind your back, but they're not the only. They were not the. Your character wasn't the only character there, so it's assassinated behind. This is kind of sort of what these energies do, right? But you were emotionally mature enough to, you know, start meditating, because they're pretty cold at what they did. Pretty cold with what they did, right? You're grateful that something is now behind you. The King of Pentacles came out here for you and somebody. Because you and somebody now has physical evidence of something, of these two. Physical evidence of what they created. You got physical evidence of what they created, right? And cause some kind of depression here. Mental anguish. Yeah, so some kind of homecoming is happening here. So I do see you thriving. Definitely see you thriving. and just kind of sort of working on yourself, like physically working on yourself, like physically working on yourself, like, you know, and just, you know, moving on from this ruthlessness, just being more responsible and just, you know, putting in the work, doing spirit work. That's what I'm saying for you, just doing a lot of spirit work. Yeah, and just like really, because somebody went through a really, really dark time, dark night of the soul, to step into the light here. And this is your, high priestess. So high priest to the high priestess energy here. So, yeah. Yeah, so everything had to come around full circle, you know, looking at the cards here. But these two actually got paid to do some serious damage, and they got paid by somebody with a lot of money, by some energies with a lot of money, to tell a lot of lies, to restrict you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. To completely and totally annihilate and assassinate your character. All right. All right, let's go ahead and close this out. And say that you didn't know who you were when you looked in the mirror, that you didn't like what you saw, that you were changing your physical appearance. You changed your physical appearance. Even if a person did change their physical appearance, if you had the money to change their physical appearance, you know, like in this day and time, people do what they want to do to change their physical. If you can afford to change your physical appearance and you do it, you know, people get, anyway, stay true to yourself. That's what I'm saying. It's like I said, here we have pursue happiness, here we have embodiment. So, the need for validation from others is an illusion. You are not responsible for how others perceive you, but it is your responsibility to stay true to yourself. And so, never apologize for what brings you joy. Only you understand where you truly belong and where you find your safe space. Follow your bliss. Embodiment. Now is the time to make your mark in the world. You decide what feels right for you. Embody your leadership power and create your world out of your deepest desires. This is what really I feel like there's only certain groups of energies who really, really have an issue with people changing like their physical appearance, really. Because you only hear about only certain groups of people. Some people don't even care. Some people really, really just don't even care. Some people are harder on others than others. Like some people are really, really harsh when it comes to others, and tell people they don't like what they see when they look in the mirror. With other people, they don't really care. People do what they want to do with their money, right? So yeah, it was two energies that definitely, some people put some effort into just trying to ruin some people and really trying to restrict people and saying they didn't like what they saw when they looked in the mirror. So yeah. So what do you want? So if you react negatively to the success and joy of others, it's a sign that you want more for yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Expand your comfort zone. And then behold beauty. So when you insist that the world is hostile and others are your enemies, don't be surprised that it is so. Self-fulfilling prophecies fortunately work both ways. Yeah. So. So don't hide. Dare to dream big. Remind yourself that everything is possible. Don't hide your talents and abilities, but use them to build your world. And so instant manifestation. So soul and mind working together create a dream in your heart. You have nothing to lose. You carry the dream. Your intention is pure. Be ready to receive. So, yeah. So that is what I have for you all. Let's pull a few more cards and we're going to go ahead and close this out. So whatever this is, some energies were definitely paid to humiliate some people. Here we have loyalty. So be loyal to your friends. That's if they were true friends. By your definition of friendship, you got to first agree on what a friend is. Friendship as an adult is very different definition than kitty friendships. You know, there's not a whole lot of, you know, some people think the definition of friend doesn't change from your childhood friendships. Like there's no requirement as friends except, you know, we grew up together and that's it. There's no rewriting. There's no, you know, like there's no because everything has a cycle. Everything has a cycle, and as your cycles, you know, life cycle, you know, there should be a talk. There should be a talk. You know, expectations. There should be expectations with each life cycle. So you definitely have star power. Star power. Become an influencer of the company and earn fame, popularity. Step into the spotlight here. Yeah. I feel like somebody may already have star power. Somebody may have some kind of maybe have many choices, opportunities around you when you are a dilemma. All roads lead to Rome. Look at your options. Here we have money matters. Invest your money wisely. I do see money coming across your path. I'm seeing looking, have an eye for beauty and uncover hidden charms. Seeking you refine. I'm seeing flexibility here. I'm seeing a lot of wealth. Keep up the great work. Love life. Free from problems and money, troubles. Enjoy the passion of love. I'm seeing some kind of partnership come across your path, and also duality. So you're seeing the light and darker things. So I wouldn't give too much energy in what people think if this is the case for somebody, because some people are going to judge you. You are ruled by the judgment card, which is Pluto, but some people are going to judge you regardless. They don't even know you and they'll judge you. I'm telling somebody, whenever I see this card right here, the Eight of Swords right here, these energies definitely had a motive. Money was the motive, and somebody saying that you don't like what you see when you look in the mirror is really that's a projection of what they see. They don't like what they see when they look in the mirror. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and even if there are energies who believe that these energies look better than you, even if of a majority says there's people who people think look attractive, but if they don't believe that they're attractive for whatever, people can, who knows. Like I said, as long as you like what you see when you look in the mirror, if you feel like you want to change some stuff and you can afford to do it, then do what you need to feel like you need to do for you. So that's what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. It looks like you're going to have a really good week, sending good positive energy your way, but that's what this is here. Some energies got paid to restrict you. And some things are definitely turning around in your favor. So congratulations to you. All right. Bye.